Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me wait for some people to get in here. Please hit the like button as you enter. I'm just trying to find this live so that I can share it. Here it is. Fifi says, this is the first time I've caught a live. I'm interested to hear about China's ban on food imports. I don't go live a lot. I really don't. Thank you, Butter. I appreciate that because I was reading comments in a recent video. I think it was the bank video. And I got a comment about, sharing this news because this news is depressing for people. So I can't help. What's put on me to do. I'm going to do. Oh, StreamYard. Thanks. I'll try that the next time, Keith. I appreciate that. And I forgot to even think about StreamYard in trying it that way. I had the first to even, this is my first time actually using, hey, Growing with Hudson, my first time using my newer computer that I got for Christmas on a live because I couldn't remember how to put the OBS Studio on there that you have to put on there in order to go live on your computer. Usually if I go live, I'm on my phone. But I figured it out today. So I said, you know what? Let's do a quick live. Let me see if I can find any news stories. And I found 2. I actually found 3, but I don't know if I'll do all 3. I may just do the 2 that I have in the title. Mary, I'm so sorry to hear that. And you are definitely in my prayers. That is difficult. We had to do it in 2020 with our bull mastiff. We had her when she was, maybe 3 or 4 months old. And then we later bred her. I used to breed dogs. And we have maybe, well, his brother, because we don't have any, but his brother has, does he? No, he had 2 from her. Now he only has 1 left from her, but we had to put her down. And that was so difficult, especially for my husband. Hey, Valerie from Okmulgee, Oklahoma. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry, I butchered it, but from Oklahoma. How are you? Why is my mouse not working? Hold on. Move that out the way. Okay, there it is. I gotta go back up. I missed some people. I want to speak to as many people as I can before I start giving y'all the news you can use. As some people say, the depressing news that you don't need to know about because it's making you depressed. Hello, Wilson 16. How are you? Roots to a garden. Okay, read that. Hi, Lita Nose. Mary. Okay. I'm trying to get caught up. I know one when they closed the Walmart in my area, the expensive grocery store prices is even crazier. Yep. I mean, even when I go into the Dollar Generals, I don't even see a lot of people in there like I used to. Yep, Mary. Our bull mastiff Jasmine, she had she had cancer. She had it started off as a little knot that like grew quickly or whatever. And even if we had surgery with her, which was expensive, but there was no guarantee, she was still going to go. So we didn't want to put her through any more. And towards like when we decided to take her in is when she started having seizures. And then she got to the point where she didn't really want to eat. And then she got to the point where she could not walk. And I wanted to take her then, but I was trying to, definitely waiting for my husband to come off the road. For one, I couldn't move her. So I was waiting for him and my son to pick her up. My husband did it himself, and she was a big one. She was a big one. And he picked her up and put her in his truck. And I went in my truck. He went in his truck with my son, and my daughter was with me. And then we all went to the vet. And they had to bring the bed out to put her on the bed and wheel her in. It was just so, I can't even look at the pictures of, because they let you be in the room before they do anything or whatever. They tell you what they're going to do. And then they give you time with your pet or your family member at this point. And that was difficult to see my husband. While he, didn't cry in front of me, but it was so sad. Thank you, Orzola. I appreciate that. So far, I haven't heard about any Walmart closings where I'm at in San Diego. Well, they are closing. I haven't read the story. They're doing too. Now, me and my child went to Target yesterday in Mooresville, North Carolina, because it's like a super Target. And like literally, it would take you about an hour just to really go through the store because it's really big. It's really big. And I like the store. It's spacious. The food section is way bigger than the regular Targets. Now, the prices. So we were in the clothing section because one, I need some shirts and my child wanted to get some stuff. So then we went in that section and they had a clearance section. And when I made my way to it, I'm like, okay, a clearance. And they had a huge clearance section. But in the clearance section, it was like shirts that have been marked down, but they're still like $17, $29. And I'm like, that's still costly. So it's, I said today I was supposed to get up, do my chores, and then go to a number of thrift stores to see what they had. I don't mind shopping at a thrift store. I really don't. And it's not about me not having money. It's about me budgeting because I'm trying to pay some bills down. My child had to force me to buy a pocketbook, y'all. My pocketbook was so towed up. I guess they was embarrassed for me walking around. I don't care. I'd rather have money in my wallet than a nice pocketbook and no money in it. These people walking around with Michael Kors and all this other stuff and probably ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. So my pocketbook was beat down. It needed to be. I needed another one. I really needed another one, but they have to force me to do it. They really do. And I'm just, I don't know, frugal. I call it frugal. They say cheap. Look how beat up this pocketbook is. They was embarrassed for me to go into the store. If I'm going into the store and I'm like this, can't nobody see that in my mind. Can't nobody see that. So they like, no, mama. So they forced me to get one. So I got one. I like big bags. So I got this big bag right here. And it hurt me because pocketbooks ain't cheap no more. And that's not even a name brand pocketbook. Don't go, oh, Kev, don't do me like that. Kev said the poor straps. Listen, if the straps were to fall off, I probably would have grabbed the pocketbook like this and still carried it like a tote. I'm bad when it comes to buying stuff. My husband always say, I don't have that problem other people have, but their wives like to go shop. You do not like to shop. No, I love to shop. I don't love to spend my money. That's the issue. It's hard for me to, rationalize if I know I need other things to go out and buy something for myself, even though I deserve it. Everybody deserves to buy stuff for themselves. Y'all gonna stop laughing at me up in here. I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. The girl is cheap. She cheap. But I like the oh, wait a minute now. I don't do that. I don't put the pocketbook on the floor. Now ain't nothing in here but a wallet. But anyway, that a dozen eggs cost $10. I don't know if they still cost $10, but at one point they did cost $10 or more. And I did a story way back when on that and showed like inside of this place that sells the eggs. It's almost like a roadside place, but it's huge. And they would sell the eggs like right when we were in the deep part of not having eggs, because eggs were being destroyed, because chickens were being destroyed. It's crazy. I found butter at my local grocery store for $2.99. I stocked up for sure. Also on rice, dry beans, and canned goods. I also found bacon, $2.99 a pound. These prices have really helped. Yeah, they are helping. And I gotta get some more butter too, because I need to can some more butter. I only have one can left of the butter that I canned some months ago. That butter was good. You can find this story on BBC News. They're talking about China extends ban on some Japanese foods over wastewater release plan. And apparently they're not the only ones doing this ban. And y'all know, well, if you're new here, I always say when I do these kind of stories, whatever's happening overseas in another country eventually makes its way here. Meaning the same thing could happen here and has happened here. We have had water treatment facilities contaminated and releasing toxins and toxic stuff into the water. And sometimes they let us know about it and sometimes they don't. So having a stockpile of water is important, not just for your consuming, your taking a bath, washing dishes, washing clothes, but when you're growing your food. And that's why I guess they have this ban, because people are using that water to irrigate their crops and it's contaminating the crops. You switch to hydroponics. It depends on what you're storing your gray water in. I have different things I store my gray water in. So like my who said that? Cat cans. I have some gray water stored up in used laundry detergent bottles. Those are the ones that I'm going to use for cleaning, because it still got that residue in it from the cleaning, right? So you got to keep stuff clean anyway around your house. So I save those big ones, and I store water in those, and I write on it, gray water, do not, disturb, whatever. I keep them in my garage, but not on the floor, because keeping anything, any kind of water in a plastic container on the concrete, that will leach into your water and mess you up with your water. So I do it that way. And then I also store water in juice bottles and things like that, that I know I can use for other things for gray water than cleaning. And then plus, if I really, really need water, I will go to my pool and get water out of there that way. Yeah, Arzola, I mean, you do what you gotta do. Why this computer won't stay up? Okay, so let me move my little watermelon out the way so I can put my computer in front of me. No matter how big I make it, I still can't see. And I just don't want to get that cataract surgery at all. No, you don't want to run out of that. You don't. I would love to have me a Berkey, but I got other things I gotta do. I can't get the Berkey right now. Okay, so this story about China says that China says it will maintain and ban on some Japanese food imports over the plans to release the water from the wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant into the ocean. They want to put it into the ocean, y'all. So that's why I say these things will affect us eventually. China's Custom Administration said it would also implement radiation tests on food from other parts of the country. South Korea is also maintaining a similar ban, but says the proposed release meets international standards. On Wednesday, the UN's nuclear watchdog said it would have negligible impact on the environment. So that to me tells me that it does not meet international standards. Right, Kick Hands. I don't blame them either. On Friday, Japan's nuclear regulator also gave its approval. Now, in 2011, a tsunami triggered by a magnitude 9.0 earthquake flooded 3 reactors of that Fukushima power plant. It is regarded as the world's worst nuclear disaster since Chernobyl. That is saying a lot. And the fact that some people aren't taking that serious enough makes no sense to me. More than 150,000 people were evacuated from the exclusion zone around the plant, which remains in place. Decommissioning of the plant has also started, but the process could take decades. It's always, whether it's here in the United States or somewhere else, it's always somebody messing with some water. Storage space for the water is running out, but the plans initiated by the Japanese government and the facility's operator, TEPCO, to release the water into the sea have encountered regional criticism, most harshly from China. I would think everybody would be criticizing that, wouldn't you? I don't know. This is... So Japan's foreign ministry said it is considering possible measures in a response. China has already strongly criticized the plan, accusing Japan of treating the ocean like its private sewer. Now, those are some strong words right there. It has also warned the UN's nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, against endorsing it. The agency released a report on Wednesday stating the plan would have, well, I just read that one. South Korea, which had previously also criticized the plan, said it was maintaining its ban on imports of seafood from Fukushima and some other Japanese areas. Local fishing communities in Japan have also expressed their concerns about the plan and its effects on their livelihood. Listen, but on here, I'm seeing another thing that says the UN approves the plan for Fukushima water release. So the UN is approving them to release this into the ocean, but they so concerned about the environment. So it says grocery chain, including Walmart, closing July 16th. Customers are slated to lose several locations in the coming weeks. I'm going to read the article. It says, if you feel like your grocery budget isn't getting you as far as it used to be, then you're not alone. Food prices are 6.7% higher this year than they were in 2022. And that's according to the USDA. With that in mind, you may feel more of an urge to shop around these days to get the most bang for your buck. Walmart has already closed several stores this year. Since February, Walmart has been steadily shutting down underperforming stores across the U.S. So far, Walmart closures have included 3 locations in Chicago, 1 in Lincolnwood that closed on February 17th, and 2 others in Homewood and Plainfield that were slated to be shuttered March 10th. From February through May, customers also lost Walmart stores in Arkansas, Florida, Hawaii, Indiana, Minnesota, New Mexico, Oregon, Washington, and Wisconsin, as well as 1 in Washington, D.C. The most recent closure just took place last month on June 2nd when Walmart closed a neighborhood market in Overland Park, Kansas. The retailer is closing another location soon. Walmart will be shuttering another neighborhood market store, this time in Richmond, Virginia. In a statement to The Best Life, Walmart spokesperson Felicia McCraney confirmed that the company has made the difficult decision to permanently close its Brook Road location on July 28th. According to, that's right around the corner, y'all. We already on July 7th. And then we got one closing on July 16th. And then we got banks closing at the end of the month, as well as every month all the way to the end of the year, banks are closing. So according to Miss Felicia, they did a review process like they always do, and financial expectations were not being met. Walmart has chosen to shut down the underperforming location, and they will shut down more underperforming locations as the year goes on. We are grateful to the customers, yada, yada, yada. We look forward to serving them at other stores. Hopefully, y'all, they can find a way to get there. For those who don't have transportation, it's not that easy. And yes, there is Lyft and there is Uber, but those cost money as well as paying someone to take you to the store that maybe you used to be able to walk to. So Walmart is not the only grocery chain making cuts. LIDL, I told y'all about LIDL, is planning to close a location in, I didn't know it was in North Augusta, South Carolina. I just knew that they were closing one. So now they have a listing, y'all. It is LIDL in North Augusta, South Carolina, that will be closing in the coming weeks. And that's according to the Augusta Chronicle. And that's the one that's closing on July 16th. So we have, go back up. We have the Walmart closing the Marketplace on July 28th, and we have Lidl closing one of their stores in North Augusta, South Carolina. Y'all know I'm a South Carolina girl, born and bred by way of North Carolina now. The decision for the Lidl closure in North Augusta seems to be the same reason that Walmart is closing their Richmond store, financial performance. Now, Lidl is also opening up more stores, so I will say that, but they are closing a lot too. They're expected to close about, I think, what was that report I did? I think it was 200, if I'm not mistaken, 200 of them. It says this was an underperforming location, and we made the strategic decision to close this location so we can focus on the locations that are closer and more convenient to more of our customers. What it is Lidl being a German store, they came in to pretty much beat out Aldi, but Aldi is still beating out Lidl. Aldi is being strategic, which is why you're not seeing a lot of Aldi's closing. You do see some, but you don't see a lot of them. But you see Lidl closing because Lidl came in and they started popping stores in different areas, not really paying attention to, is this a good area to put a store? And now they're having to close these stores. So it says, alongside Walmart and Lidl, a much smaller grocery chain is also getting ready to close one location. I don't know. This is in Ohio. So if you're from Ohio, let me know. And the name of the store is Fisher's Foods. It's a locally owned grocery in Stark County, Ohio. It's about to shrink by a third. The company has decided to close its store in Canton, Ohio. According to the newspaper, the Fisher Food Store at 4403 Cleveland Avenue Northwest is slated to shutter on July 16th, leaving just two remaining stores for the grocery chain in Jackson Township and Perry Township. So another July 16th closing, just a different area and a different store. Let's see. Customers seem to be disappointed by the announcement, but not surprised, as the town had already lost another Fisher's Food on Cleveland Avenue in January of 2022. So I guess they had two, but now they're not going to have any on that road. Okay. And two other stores back in January of 2018 also closed. One of the customers said that they felt like it was coming just based off of everything that's going on. So that is what is happening with the store closures and with China. So let me go back over here and see what y'all talking about. Go back to the live stream. Let's see. I don't know how many there are in Chicago. Probably could Google it or something. I've never been to Chicago, so. HSBC in my area is now fully automated. Other banks have closed and more branches. You're right. They are set to close, you guys. And instead of YouTube pushing videos like that when I do them, they'd rather push Kim Kardashian wanting Kanye West back or something. Anyway, The only extra money I have is in a brokerage account for stock trading. But if I ever get to have a savings, it'll be a credit union owned and operated by the farmers and teachers in my area. That's good, Cat Cans. Robin Geiger says, I don't know how anyone can reach a person if they want to open a checking account if they close all those banks with online banking. Yeah, it's gonna be compromised because I mean you can open up an account online. I mean I've done that before, um, but of course that's with the credit union. But it's nerve wracking because they can hack anything nowadays. I mean they have those skimmers, those scanners they put on at the point of sale area, and either they have it underneath where it's a camera and the camera can read your numbers, or when you actually put it in, it reads your number and automatically sends it back to whatever scammer that's gonna get you. Because it got me with my Cash App that time. Hey, some guy from South Carolina, how are you? So also, y'all, look, you know what? This don't make no sense right here. Oh, sorry. This don't make no sense. Why is that doing that? Your phone listen to you, your computer listen to you, everything listening to your conversations. Y'all, what were we just talking about? We were just talking about water supply and making sure you have ample water supply, not just stocking up on food, but y'all make sure you stock up on medications as well. So it's changed from my screen, but I had clicked on another story that I'm about to give y'all, and they had the ad up there for Berkey's. Everybody's listening to you. I'm gonna do this. Wait a minute. What's the date on this story? What is the date on this story? No, I might not do that story. I might not do that story. We're not gonna do that story. Digital money won't be here until December, but I believe that will fail. Yeah, seniors are getting hit bad. Everybody's getting hit bad, honestly. I just had a conversation with somebody in the comments because they was talking about people aren't going to starve to death. Somebody said people aren't going to starve to death because they got food banks they can go to. They got the city has, every city has a food bank people can use. And that shows me that people are not paying attention either to my stories or other people who do these stories. Food banks are struggling right now, okay, to get donations in. Because like I said, people who would normally donate on a regular have become irregular in their donations because they're having to hold on to their food they have in their house, or hold on to their money they have in their house that they was donating, hold on to their clothes they used to give away because they're wearing them a little bit longer, and their household items. People just don't have it. And what some people don't realize is these food banks are struggling. And the food banks have come out and said it. For one, food banks are not sponsored by the city. The city is not giving the food banks money for food. That is based off of donations from you, me, and others in grocery stores that they have a little contract with to get their foods once they expire or close to expiring. So please don't think that, well, when I run out of food, I can go to the food bank. You probably can go to the food bank and they probably will have something for you, but it will not be as much as it used to be before the pandemic happened, because people, and before all this inflation, because people just don't have it to give. So I would rather not have to be rationed out my food, because that's what's going to happen. They are rationing the food now at the food bank. They can only give you so much. It's not like you can go in there, because my mom used to have to go to the food bank because, like I said in my comments, I understand about the food banks, and I understand because somebody said, I think it started with somebody saying that they were cutting EBT and stuff like that for seniors. And I'm like, well, when my mom used to get EBT before she started living with my sister, uh, they started giving her $40, 40. And then thank you, Noel, for coming. I appreciate you. Y'all, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button for me. But once you get a increase with Social Security, the system is not set up to help anybody, honestly. But when she would get her increase from Social Security, it'd just be a few dollars extra on the check every month. They went from $40 to 30, from 30 to 22, from 22 to 18. What senior, what human being can live off of $18 a month? Mind you, their Social Security check is going to pay their bills. They only have so much left out of it. So we had to supplement her as her children. We had to supplement her. But what about those people, the elderly people that don't have family members to help them? And they wonder why they see some people in the trash cans looking for food and this, that, and the other. We are supposed to be the richest country out here, wealthiest ever. Where is the money? Why can't we feed our seniors? Why can't we house our homeless? Obviously, we can house our homeless because you're housing immigrants. You're housing people who were only here for 2 seconds, and everybody deserves housing, but you're housing people that's been here on this land. Boom, I've been here for 2 seconds. Now I'm living in a nice hotel in New York City. And they're destroying it. They're destroying New York City. $40 trillion U.S. national debt. Mm-hmm. We are everybody, but we are considered. Our food pantries are on thin pickings, very little meat, but plenty of canned veggies and macaroni. Some guy says on top of that, the whole national debt agreement. Well, there was no agreement. There's never an agreement. There's a pretend agreement for everything that's happening, just like with the UPS situation. Pretend agreements. I'm mad at you. You mad at me. You said I did this. You said I did that. No, you did that. It's so childish. In the meantime, you got all these people just trying to survive. Yeah, the dollar is not respected. That's why they left the US out when they started doing the other country, was it Russia and some other countries started doing the digital thing to see how it would work or whatever. They didn't invite us. They didn't invite us to the party. We didn't get the invite. I'm on Social Security. It's very tough. I make sure my essential bills are paid, like mortgage and like, yes. Most definitely. That's the essential. Then anything else, you gotta, okay, well, I'll pay a little bit on this bill over here and that bill over there, you know. This has been a wonderful live, y'all. I should go live more. I say that every time and then I don't. But anyway, now that I've figured out how to go live on my actual computer, I would love to be able to figure out how to go. Well, I have the StreamYard, but once I do it, I'm gonna have to do a test run or something to try to figure out how I can share the screen so you can see the news story or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, come in. What you doing? You gotta watch your daddy car?
No.
Jeep.
No. Eating up my food.
What you eating?
My food.
Oh, okay.
My food.
I didn't know you still had some.
I got some.
I'm trying to do a no meat day, but
Yes, that's supposed to be your new meal.
Hey JR, how are you?
He's chafing.
You working today? What'd you say?
He's trifling. That's basically just water. You won't be hungry.
Speaking of, can you hand me my water bottle from over there? I'm thirsty.
You won't be hungry. That's what you like to be.
Bank agreed. Bank agreed. Well, everybody agreed. Thank you. I don't know what I want to eat. Oh, you know what I did?
Left the sausage in the air.
I left the sausage in the air fryer last night.
I had to take it out just now.
Yeah.
So you didn't eat the sausage?
I eat that sausage. I eat that all night.
I thought you had like two. So
I
thought you left one in there.
No, I had only cooked one.
You had to boil with no sausage.
Stupid.
See, minus the sausage.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right now I'm live.
No, I mean like, you going to go out? Or
yes, I found these parts right here. I'm going to a thrift store. I want to see what they have.
Oh, today?
Yeah, when I get done.
I'll go with you.
And then I'm going to go to just look at these. And a couple of these I said I'm not even gonna, these aren't places I'm gonna walk. I just want to see what they look like. Because on the pictures it looked like where you go when you want to bury a body. So I'm not doing that. I just need to find a place I can walk in peace and get my steps in.
What this story?
Huh?
What this story playing with you? Is it the one over here? Or is it further down?
It's yeah, the one over here. And I think it's another one like going to the Walmart. I'm not sure. I have to Google it. I don't know.
You are thrifty now.
No. I thrift before. Well, I mainly just gave. I think I bought one thing.
Yeah,
one thing from the thrift store. Hey, times is hard. You don't know what you might find in the thrift store. I'm going to look.
The whole years of your life.
I'm looking for some decorations. So once we get done with the sanding of the walls, the painting of the walls, that we can make this actually feel like a home.
I'm gonna make them do it.
And not a workshop.
And I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him do the walls.
Well, thank you for helping us.
No, I don't have to, but because I'm gonna do my own.
Oh, you just gonna do your room?
I was gonna help him do my own room. Like we painting when he come home.
Do you live in the house? Or you just live in your room?
I rent out that room for like $1 every 3 months.
Well, I have received at least I haven't received the $3. Yes, so you owe back rent.
It's because I give it to him, you know.
Oh my gosh. Get out. Just get out with the foolishness. I can't. Get out. Get out my room.
I'm gonna wear the dress I got yesterday.
That's when he asked me what you bought from Target. And I couldn't remember because you kept putting stuff in the buggy and then taking stuff out the buggy. And I was like, I really
I
can't
wish I
remember.
had
Wait a
enough for
minute. They
that
put a
purse.
pocketbook in it. Well, no, they took that back out. Wait, they put that shirt in. Oh, wait, they took that shirt out.
The final of what I got was
These people laugh. My family members, cousins on here laughed at me about my pocketbook.
what that one?
I showed them that
You
one.
showed them the ooh,
Get out.
not the white one, but
Get out. Get out.
it's
Get
that's her
out.
favorite purse. She's had it for like 2 years.
Did I ask you to tell them that?
Yeah, it's your favorite. I thought you should know.
It was pretty. It had the purple on the
Did you get it
inside.
from the gun shop? Or was it?
I thought it was a gift from Bree.
I don't even know. That's how old.
No, I've been tore up my gun purse. Every purse I get, because y'all be wearing it down with y'all stuff.
What you mean?
Put this in your bag when we go into the store. Put this in there. Put the wallet in there.
I'd be giving you my AirPods. That's like not even £1.
Get out.
It's because we kept going to
in the name of Jesus. I love you.
Oh yeah, we're still going to the movies for the Mission Impossible when it comes out.
It don't come out to the 12th.
Yeah, so like you still plan to go?
Depending on what my money look like. You made me buy that pocketbook. I don't know. Have a big pocketbook and no money. Get out. Thanks to you.
To me.
I ain't spending my bill money to go to no movies.
I didn't say you had to. I'll
what? Not pay?
It's hard.
You gonna treat me?
When I get a job, it's hard.
Oh, bye.
I gotta call them.
Jesus, I'll be starved to death. I'll wait till you get a job. Y'all see what I have to deal with? Yes, I said your name. 13 years later, what is the U.S. credit rating today? Fifi, yes. Ooh, I got to harvest my potatoes this weekend. I've been putting it off. I was supposed to do it when I had my grandkids, but y'all, man, them boys was a handful. I be trying to get out my house by myself because if I take my child with me, they always want you to buy them something. Why? Hey, the Most High's house of prayers. How are you? Okay, so I think I'm about to get off because I was looking what I was looking for. I couldn't find it. I did the 2 stories. So if you didn't see it, please go back and watch it. Let's see. Really? So I do have a story that's going to come out later today. We are doing good. I'm hungry. My stomach growling. This watermelon is not filling me up. I'm trying to not eat any meat, so I may have to fix me a vegetable stir fry. I appreciate you watching it. Trust me. I appreciate you watching it. Yeah, I've seen people make their own also, but I'm not doing all that. Um, thank you, FAMINES. I harvest mine and they are not big, and I planted you planted 2 weeks before I did. I forgot when I planted them. I was like, I think it's been 80 days. Yours was small. I think I'm gonna dig down like a little bit just to see. And then if it's a small one, then I'm just gonna leave them. But like they haven't fully died back, but they have died down some. Um, and I know my sweet potatoes are not ready, so uh no, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm looking up stories while I'm on here. She had to come in talking about food. Now I'm hungry. My stomach wasn't even growling. I'm hungry. What I haven't seen in a while is let's see. I haven't heard anything else about all those Burger Kings that were closing. Of course, I haven't looked for it either, so thank you, Lita. You have a blessed weekend. Stay safe. I haven't even harvested any tomatoes yet, so because I started late here. Um, Unlike when I used to be in South Carolina, I could like start early. Uh, Chain restaurants, including Pizza Hut, Starbucks, are permanently closing over. No, that ain't what I was looking for. That ain't what I was looking for. I like when I do a story, if I can go back and like update it to update you guys. But there hasn't been an update on these Burger Kings. I'm looking at the dates on them. The latest date is May. They did an update. And that's just saying the same thing I said, that the Burger Kings will close 400 stores by the end of the year. How the fast food chain plans to close 400 restaurants before 2023 ends. CEO of Restaurant Brand International that owns the Burger King said that they are preparing to close between 300 to 400 locations. CEO Joshua Kobza said in an earnings result that the company is need to close a couple hundred Burger King restaurants each year. So far this year, several large Burger King franchisees have filed for bankruptcy. Illinois-based Tom King's, Michigan-based EYM King, and Utah-based Meridian Restaurants Unlimited. According to the Restaurant Brands International, 124 Burger Kings have already shuttered this year, bringing the store number down to fewer than 7,000. The focus is on working with smaller franchisees to improve the overall health of the company franchise. Because I think a lot of the Burger Kings, the problem was a lot of those Burger Kings weren't doing what they were supposed to do. Because even though they franchise it, you still have to follow these rules right here. And they weren't doing it. And they also were not paying their fees that they are required to pay. And so Burger King, the brand, made them close down a lot of those stores or restaurants, I mean. So they said that the company plans to allow high quality operators to build or acquire existing restaurants who will operate regionally. And so they're trying to get rid of the bad franchisees. And if they can't find another one to buy into that one, then they will close that one. And they still not saying which locations. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to find an update to that store, but no one has an update on where. I like to bring people where it's going to close at. Oh, she looks like Hillary. I can't even hear it. She repeating what I said. I need her job and her paycheck. And her paycheck. You heard? So what's trending? What's trending? See, the right things don't be trending. Andy Murray, I don't know who that is. Something about threads, something about Keke Palmer, Donald Trump, Russia, Ukraine, Britney Spears, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ruby Princess, Titans, Submersible. Excuse me, that's still trending. Now the Rudy Ferreira story, I think that's how you say his last name. That is some crazy Lifetime movie stuff right there. Oh, they finally approved the lab grown meat for the beef. Child, they can have it. But it's gonna be a point you ain't gonna be able to recognize it anyway. So it's like they want all us to be vegan. Have y'all heard about that story? The Rudy Farias story. The Houston man reported missing in 2015 was living with mother the whole time. That story. Hey Donna. Oh my goodness. Yeah, somebody gonna make a movie of this. This is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. He is 25 now. I'm wondering if he has a disability. That's why. I was wondering that this morning. I thought about it this morning because I prayed about him last night. I'm like, no child should have to live like that because he was a child when it all happened, when it started. He was a teenager, still a child. It makes me wonder if he had some kind of mental things going on or emotional things going on. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a lifetime story. But in this article, it's saying that he didn't disclose allegations of sexual abuse in the interviews with authorities, but if he does, then they'll start investigating it. Being missing is not a crime, so the detectives had no lawful means or probable cause to issue a search warrant for the residence. Well, you shouldn't have to issue a search warrant for the resident. If my child is missing, please, by all means, look through my house because maybe I have overlooked my child. Maybe they're playing hide and seek with me. I don't know where he at. But apparently, the child, he ran away and came back a couple of days later. And since she already said he was missing, she just kept him missing and used him for her pleasures. Allegedly. Allegedly. Get sued. Hoping that's not true though, honestly. So I'm out of the loop on the games. I'm not breeding any more rabbits. I can't. I wanted to get some meat in my freezer. I want some rabbit. And now I have them. They ain't in my freezer yet because I'm still growing them out. But when I'm done, I'm done. Hey, Repo. Mm-hmm. A lot of people like New Zealand rabbits. It's other rabbits too, but I have New Zealand. And a lot of people don't like to use the Flemish giant because they say it's more bony or whatever. But I wanted to try it out and see. I don't never go by what nobody say. I gotta learn it the hard way. Yeah, Donna. Because if it was nothing, she would have called them and said, "Hey, he came back." You know what I'm saying? They still had him as a missing person. Ooh. So are they just for show, Robin, or do you use some of them for meat or what? Today is trash day. I hear them out there. He say she kept him drugged, so I don't know. It's just all crazy. Um, I guess I'm on here long because I know I'm not going to be doing a live probably anytime soon. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Prescription drug shortage make treatment decisions difficult for doctors and patients. I guess so. If you don't have the medication you need. It says the U.S. is in the midst of an ongoing prescription drug shortage with more and more medication in short supply for longer stretches of time. Those medications include chemotherapy drugs, antibiotics, ADHD medication, and more. It's making treatment decisions difficult for doctors and patients. Mm-mm. Drug shortages at the highest it's been in the United States in the last 9 years. Based on the most recent data, drug shortages increased by approximately 30% between 2021 and 2022. Medications currently in short supply. Okay, I just named those. Adderall is the ADHD medicine that is in short supply, though. So they're rationing medication. Yeah, that's happened to me before. Um, and so a lot of people think that when you think of shortages, you think of something that is completely 100% out. And that's not the case. And the same thing with food. There's a shortage of food, but there is still food, but there's just not 100% of it. So it says that's not the case with drug shortage that we have right now. You can usually get some, but not enough. And so that means that some patients are getting rationed care. Some patients are able to access medicines and others aren't. And so that's a really frustrating situation right now. But the most frustrating one is the chemotherapy medication because, I mean, people need that to live. But y'all, I need to get off of here so I can go on to the store, to the thrift store. Yeah, this was good live. This was a good live. I enjoyed it. Minnesota, you from Minnesota? Years ago, God showed me a vision that all of us distant folks were back to modern day sharecropping lifestyles, living off the land and all free. Country boy, you ain't crazy. The truth shall set you free and piss others off in the process. Now, how dare you tell me what's happening out here? Who are you to tell me about these store closures and banks closing and food shortages? And why are you telling me all this stuff? That's good, country boy. Okay, before we leave, in the chat, what state are y'all in? Let me see where you're from. I know JR's from South Carolina. Because we all cousins, we might be next to each other. We just don't know. We got Mississippi in the house, Becky, Cat Cans, Indiana, Jamie, Missouri, Azola, New Mexico, Washington. That's Reese. Gotta slow down so I can see it. Giant Grant is from Florida. Donna says I was at Aldi's and Cub Foods. I haven't heard of that before. 2 days ago, and the produce and like of things was shaking. What? Fake stock like? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. It's called front facing. But they've always done that, but it's just worse now. California is here, chosen one. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Obamacare. Lydia's from Richmond, Cassandra, Texas, Trish, North Carolina, smack dab middle of South Carolina. Okay, some guy. Let's see. Who Me is from Louisiana. Shout out to everybody in this live. Give yourself a round of applause. You made it through the week because it's the weekend, baby. And no day is promised to us. We must make the most of our time. Country Boys in Arkansas. Southwest Virginia for Trish. Yeah, give yourself hearts, okay? Love yourself. Don't wait for nobody to love you. If you don't get love from nobody else, God loves you. But you got to love yourself too. California in the house, Fifi. I'm in North Carolina right now. We've been here for it'll be 2 years in September. From South Carolina. You can't tell from the country talk. Tractor Supply got C-Pro. You better get it now while you can, honey. Have they stopped selling the antibiotics yet? I know they're supposed to be stopping that. And not just Tractor Supply, but all places. Yep, JR from my hometown. Well, my hometown is Sumter, South Carolina. But we lived in Columbia since I was like 5. Repo is in Florida, Trish, North Carolina, home state. Yeah, you can get the Jace. They stopping it at the Jace? So you can't get the antibiotics at the Jace no more either? Look at them sending me a text message say your car payment is due. Feel like I just paid it, which I did. They just all early. It ain't even due yet. They want to make sure you remember. Like I ain't gonna remember when I drive it. Is the Jace Medical gonna be affected by them stopping the antibiotics though? I tried. Well, they wanted me to do sponsored video, and I don't like doing sponsored videos unless it's something I'm using. But I was willing to do that. Okay. But they are reputable. They're not just gonna send you stuff if they can't. If you got a lot of medical stuff going on, and they feel like it's too much for them, they're not gonna do it. And so they didn't do it. They wanted to do me, but I have lupus. Here's the thing. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2002. And then up until maybe a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago, my levels for lupus were low to the point where she said we're just dealing with your fibromyalgia right now. And so I'm like, I guess that's a blessing, but I still have the loopy fog is what I call it, where I can't really remember a lot of stuff. And then I have you got fibro too. And then I have, hey Repo. Oh, Repo speaking to somebody. And then I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia also shortly after that. But I was never taking medication for lupus other than steroids, and I refused to take them. Didn't like the way they made me feel. Uh, they blew me up. Like I didn't just get all this fat from eating bad. Okay. Um, so I don't take those anymore. Oh, they're not. Yeah, but aren't they supposed to stop? Didn't they pass that law or something where that you have to I did a story on it where you have to go to the vet for your animal. The vet has to be able to come, the vet has to come out to you, to your farm, and treat your animals, and in order for you to get these medications like those antibiotics and stuff. Yeah, the prednisone. When I first started getting it, like wherever I was having the pain at, when I because I was going to a doctor in Augusta, South Carolina. Is it Augusta, South Carolina, something, whatever. Augusta, Georgia, somewhere. Anyway, they were like, I've had it here. They've done it in my wrist, in my back. I'm like, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't. It was too much. It's gonna put them out of business, Robin. That's what they're trying to do. They don't want these farmers raising no cattle. They don't want no dairy farmers. That's why they're trying to approve. Well, not trying. That's why they approved all the lab grown meats and stuff. They're trying to get rid of all of that because they say the cows is bad for the environment, honey. Now, mind you, I've seen a lot of research saying that we as humans, adults, we don't need milk for anything other than when we were babies. So I guess they're running with that. Mm. We remember all those cattle that died in the heat in Texas, what, last year, I think? Hundreds of cows. And then last year they did the farmers, the ranchers were selling their cattle way before time just because they were trying to get money because they couldn't afford to feed them any longer. And that's why a lot of farmers aren't growing a lot of crops right now. They're only growing certain things that they know is going to yield them money in the end. And then they change it up a lot of the things that they're growing to things that is going to yield them money. I've seen so many solar farms here. Yes, there are still ranches and farms here, but it's a lot of solar farms where you wouldn't think they would be. Like it might have been used to be a regular farm and they sold off some land to the companies, to get money. Yeah, Donna. And then all the train derailments. The last one I just did for y'all in Wisconsin. They was carrying grain. That's like maybe the third time or second time train had grain on it that derailed. They are preparing for swine flu outbreak. So I guess they are planning on going after pig. No, they already going after the pigs, JR. California started first. Last year or the year before, I did a story about California passing a law where they're not even. You have a good weekend too, Arzola. I thank you for coming in. It's always good to see you. But California, what was it? The law was that they were banning farmers that they used to deal with if that farmer did not have the correct amount of space for the animals that they were raising to sell to them. Like each pig, each hog, or whatever had to have a certain amount of square footage to be raised in to be considered healthy for them to buy from them. And they did that last year, the year before. So it's already started. Every animal is under attack and it's not being hunted by the hunter. I need real meat. I can't do vegan. You could do it if you had to. It'll be a big adjustment, especially if you eat meat every day, but it can be done. Look at that farmer, the contaminated his farm. Repo, which one? You know how many farmers land been contaminated, especially with all these train derailments. Y'all saying mad cow is coming back, but I think they are crazy. They need to call that mad man, JR. That's what's crazy. Cookie meat will be okay. You got backup power, JR, in case they go out? I know you do, because I know what you do for a living. So I know you do. Matter of fact, do y'all have any generators on sale, JR? I like fish, and they found a way to destroy. Yeah, most that. And then look at the story I just did. If you was in here in night, I did a story on China banning Japan because of the nuclear plant having issues, and they want to release that into the oceans. Like the ocean is just there in China. The ocean don't travel to other countries. Equine influenza. Okay. I missed something. Wait. Stock up on beans for beans for protein. Oh God, kill this horse crop. That's crazy. You can 21 cases of quart jars of meat. Only thing about some canned meat I don't like. I can't ground beef, and I can't ground beef. I didn't care for it. I think I could doctor it up though, like if I was making like tacos or something like that. But just tasting it without anything on it, I didn't like it. And you have to get out of that mindset. Ooh, this look like dog food. So it's a process. No generators on sale. The price is too high, but I have 6 generators at home. Well, if y'all ever get one that's on sale, honey, let me know. Let me know. I didn't even look in Sam's the other day to see if they even had any more in there. They had the dual generator to take gasoline and diesel. Yeah, that lab grown meat. Child, they better leave them out of it, Mega. Oh, most definitely it would be better than lab grown meat. I would definitely eat my ground beef that I can, you know. I even can chicken pot pie with the filling in it. Like just a ready to eat meal. All I have to do is warm it up. Offer up. Okay. Like we had two, but one's broke. And then the other one, my husband used it with his truck. Baked chicken with seasoning, then can it. That's a good idea. Cause I don't like the plain canned meat, canned chicken. My husband told me you need to can them beans out there in the yard. I ate one today. That thing was so good. Just raw. It was so good. I probably was just so hungry. But I was like, I really didn't want to can any beans this year because I can't so many. I had so much beans last year. I canned them without potatoes. I canned them with potatoes. Um, I'm like, oh, I can only eat so many beans. It's y'all talking about the chicken and stuff that's created from the cells of the chicken. That lets you know right there they already working on, well, not working on, because I heard they already started cloning people years ago. People. People. I have I got rid of two. So I have two does, two bucks that are breeders. And then one litter, she had 9, but she lost 4, so I got 5 out of that litter, and then the other one had 6, and all of them survived. So I got 11 kids total, different breed. Hey Jana, how are you, Miss Carpenter? Thank you for coming in on your lunch break. I was supposed to have been gone. I don't know why I'm still sitting here. I wanted to go to the thrift stores and do something different than these regular stores just to see, you know, have the prices, how the prices look and stuff like that. I have a dehydrator. I haven't even opened up yet because I'm trying to wait till we finish renovating because I don't want to get, any kind of debris in it. But I have things I want to dehydrate because dehydrated apples in the store have gone up. Okay. Y'all know I don't like to spend money. I just told y'all about my little broke up pocketbook. These right here. This bag. A 3.4 ounce bag. These are $6. You could buy a whole bag of apples for maybe $1 more and have a whole bunch of stuff dehydrated, but I haven't opened up my dehydrator. Yes, T of Yah. Walmart is closing more stores. I covered that a few minutes ago with the location. So just skip through the video when you replay and you'll see it, along with China banning um, foods and stuff, imports from Japan, which means eventually we're going to be banning some stuff because we get a lot of food from overseas. That's why I don't understand why we gotta get our food from overseas. We can grow it here. I've been getting a hamburger already made up. The seasoning, patty them out and sear on each side. Drop them in wide mouth jars with beef bouillon water. Um, you know what I said? I keep saying I want to do, and I haven't done it yet. Is the sausage patties, the round ones, to can some of those up. You do it the same way. Well, you could do it raw too, though. Walmart is closing. Mm-hmm. I think that was one of the ones I was talking about in Virginia. Just dehydrate frozen veggies. That way you don't have to blanch them. But depending on the veggie, if it has a lot of water in, don't it take a while? Or is that just if you got a cheap dehydrator? I got a pretty decent one. My husband bought me because I'm cheap. I've been wanting it. Probably could have afforded it, but I refused to get it, so he got it for me. I think Mother's Day. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. America don't do that stuff no more. You are right, Ada. Back in the day, America used to be the breadbasket for the world. Well, they gave that up. They gave that to Ukraine. Now look what's happening. I keep checking the bread area though. I really do. Eventually, we'll start seeing stickers out limiting and rationing. You can only get 2 of these. You're going to try to dehydrate in your oven. I've heard people do that. They just have it down low or something. No, I used to raise rabbits. Right now I'm into cavies. They say you can eat. What is that, Robin? At the world to America used to feed about 80% of the world. TL says, JR, those veggies are good when you make meals in jars. Robin says, for both. Okay, Sterling. I do accept gifts, honey. I really do. Because the girl is too cheap to buy anything. Hey, whole new perspective. How are you? Oh, Lord. What am I doing? Why did I do that? Yeah, I ain't got a tap of sense. Let me remove that. I was trying to put. This make no sense. That lets me know I need to get off. I'm typing slow. Oh, my husband type. I'm like, are you serious right now? I would never get anything done. So three. That's my P.O. box. It should be down in my link in my description or whatever. You're good finishing up your lunch break. Yeah, I was supposed to been. Well, I did do my chores. I did my hair, but I gotta do it all over again. But I gotta take a shower first and then go to the thrift store. So I'll redo my hair. I think I might get braids again. I don't know. Tia, y'all, you can't find canning jars? Where are you at again? Have you tried grocery stores? Places like what's that place around the corner? I say around the corner, but around the corner is about 10 minutes. Oh, is it Ace Hardware? It might be Ace. Stores like that. Some of them have canning jars. Grocery stores be having them too. A lot of canners are stocking up. Yeah. Usually canners stock up before spring hit. So if they stocking up now, they stocking up for fall. It depends on where you at. I've noticed that whole new perspective and seeing shortages. TMI, they come in but out real quick. A lot of folks are starting to can. Oh, look at yeah. Look at Ace. Look at your just regular grocery stores like Publix and Food Lion and Kroger and stuff like that. Dollar General usually have. Yeah. Dollar General. I would say the Dollar General that I've seen canning jars in though weren't Ball, and they weren't. I don't know the name brand that they were. They just didn't look like they could withstand it to me, so I never bought it. My husband's like, you need to get more canning jars. I said, dude, do you know how many canning jars I have? I said, I ain't looking for canning jars. I'm looking for the crisp stuff so I can can these banana peppers, or I'm gonna have to throw them in the freezer. Thank you, Sterling. JR, you're right about the ball. I used another off-brand in the food. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just nervous about using any other jar. But there is another brand out there. I just can't think of it at the moment that I know for sure because I know the channel that I watch, they use it. The Needy Homesteader, she uses ball, but she uses a different one too. If y'all haven't checked out, Whole New Perspective does a lot of canning. If you're new to canning, want to learn how to can, she walk you through it. I have canning videos. Some I walk you through and some I just do because I don't consider myself a teacher when it comes to that because I'm still learning a lot of it. But I also watch like the Needy Homesteader. I love her channel. Who she lost her husband recently in a really bad car accident. And she just now came back to YouTube because she was injured badly and her kids were injured also. So but I got a lot of recipes that I've done based off of stuff that she's done, but I had the book is so important. Make sure you have the book. Don't just watch people video and do what they do, because you don't know if somebody's taking a shortcut unless you have that book. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to get sick trying to save our family. We don't want to die trying to save our family from botulism. The needy homesteader. Let me see if I can find her. She does prayer circle over there. Um, she shares a lot of her life and her belief in God. And let me tell you, he has strengthened her, because I probably would have lost it. I don't see. Like, I've never done sourdough and stuff like that. I don't even know if I like sourdough mainly. It's probably why I haven't done it. But yeah, I watch her, I watch Whole New Perspective, who is in here. Um, she actually had Whole New Perspective actually has a canning, not say challenge, but like if you're canning something, you can put in hashtag and what is it? Whole New Perspective hashtag what? Can it up or something like that. And if you canning something and you record it, put that in, and she will share your video on her channel. So I'm gonna, let's see. Let me copy this. And then I'm going to put it in here. It's a video of her telling you about what happened to her husband, which has over 2 million views now. So that's her channel right there. And if you want to check out Crystal's channel, Whole New Perspective, her name is Crystal. You can just click her icon, I believe, and it will take you to her channel. But I'm watching Anita Homesteader. That stuff, it gives me strength to see someone that strong with all of that going on. Losing the love of your life, and then your kids are hurt. You can't see your kids because you hurt, and it's a lot of people going through stuff and still manage to put a smile on their face. That's amazing to me. Making your own cheese and bread. Yeah, I haven't made bread in a while, but I love making bread. It's so fun. It was scary at first. I'm like, oh, this is not that difficult. Why haven't I done this before? I would love to have me some yeast rolls, but I'm trying not to eat no bread. Homemade yeast rolls. Is it Facebook Marketplace, Raising Warriors? And until we get the redemption day, until God returns, we need to be doing the most we can be doing for ourselves and our family, and not depending on other people like the government to come in and help us. Say we have bad weather and stuff like that. It's good to get the help. You should not, turn down the help, but try to have something yourself in case they limit you to how much help they're going to give you. Um, you know, it's still people waiting on government help from Katrina. Still people waiting on government help from Flint water system stuff. It's still people waiting on help in South Carolina when we had that 100-year flood. Um, People lost their homes and their things. Yeah, look down there for the icon that says like, and click the like button. I appreciate the thumbs up in the video, but I really need that like to be clicked because I need them to push this video, because I didn't talked about a lot of stuff in this video, and I would love for a lot of people to see it. It's almost like you gotta uh do gossip and tea stuff in order to get them to push a doggone video. Yeah. So y'all, I'm about to get off. It's 129 of y'all in here. How many likes did we get? I think we did pretty good. We got 166 likes, but if you haven't hit it before you go. Share the video out and ask them to hit it too. So I'll see y'all in the next video. It's already 1:46. I got another video coming out later today, in a few more hours maybe. So I'm gonna go out after I get myself together and check out these thrift stores, and hopefully I'll have a video on that. Hopefully. It depends on what it's like up in there. It may just be a video with me taking pictures, because sometimes you don't want to record certain things, especially, if you go into a thrift store, you think, well, people, some may be going through stuff. That's why they're there. And some just may be looking for a bargain. Um, But y'all take care. It was good talking to y'all, meeting y'all, seeing y'all on this Friday. And y'all stay safe, protect yourself, keep your head on a swivel, because people are out here trying to take from the stores, but they're trying to take from a lot of people any way they can. Your life, they take your life over a bag of chips right now, the way it's looking. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you, Rosita, Janet, Ada, Whole New Perspective. Thank you for coming in. Chosen One, Fifi, Harley, Repo. Some of y'all might have left. I'm just going down the list. JR, Midwest Product Reviews, Repo. Yes, God is good all the time. Even when you're going through your trials and tribulations, God is good. God is there. Don't think that He left you. He didn't leave you. Just because you don't see Him, don't mean He ain't there. Just because you don't hear Him, don't mean He ain't talking to you. Sometimes we just got to shut up. Sometimes we just got to be quiet. Thank you, T of Yah. Thank you, Midwest. Thank you, Sterling. Thank you. Thank you, JR. Thank you again. Thank you, Martin, if you're still here. I think I got everybody. Robin, Gwendolyn. Moderate rain starting in 20 minutes. Great. I mean, we need the rain, so that's fine. Lois, we need the rain. Thank you, Miss Carpenter. Thank you, Reese. Cat cans. Cat cans do anything. Thank you, Donna. I don't want to miss anybody because I rarely come on live. I'm going to try to do more lives, you guys. I'm definitely, if I ever make it to 100,000, that is definitely going to be a live because it's going to be a giveaway. It's going to be a giveaway. And y'all know I give away gift cards. I did it at Christmas. I think I did it twice. So this will be my third year when Christmas come back around. But whenever I hit the 100K, it's going to come back around again. We'll be giving away gift cards. In night. Thank you, Trish. Becky, plain prepper. Some guy. Ranique. I don't think I saw yours. I'm so sorry. Is Whole Foods really Whole Foods sneaks? Everything we eat is like fake now. Yeah, you just don't know what's real at this point. They just, everything is not what it seems to be, whether it's food we eat or the people we see. So we just don't know no more. But I would love to do a video that's not dealing with food shortages. Y'all mind it? Store closures, banks closing, my usual news you can use stuff, like an actual video or live, like on relationship stuff or just whatever. But how my analytics is set up, I don't know how great that would go. Prep, grow, survive. Sorry I missed you, boo. I appreciate you being here though. I hope you're still here. I'm looking back up at the stuff now. You might have came in when I was doing a story and didn't see the live because I was doing it on a different computer, a different screen. Robin Geiger. I think I got everybody, y'all. Trish. I think I got you. Country boy. I'm almost at the top. I think I got everybody. There's Emily. D. Nicole. Like I'm D. Nicole, okay? Who Me from Louisiana. Arzola and Jam. Yeah, I know I can't see. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, know this. Don't blame it on my heart. Blame it on this man, this loopy fog of mine. But I love you. God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be. And when you are, before you go out and spread God's love yourself. Matter of fact, give yourself some more hearts in the chat before I leave. Because I love you, but I need to know that you love yourself enough to prepare your family, to not be afraid, to not be scared, but just be simply prepared. And then go out and spread God's love. And I'll see y'all in the next video. This is good. How long was I on here, y'all? Oh my God, 2 hours. Jesus Louises.